Hi, Barbara Friedberg here, former portfolio manager and university investments instructor. Here to talk to you about 8 retirement planning tips if you're age 50 or older. If you haven't saved enough for retirement or you haven't done enough planning for retirement yet, don't freak out because you've still got time. You actually have another 15 or even 20 years. With lifespans expanding up until 80s, and some of us have genetics on our side and we can hope for even longer lives. Well, there's still plenty of time left to undo past mistakes. So listen up, take action, and get ready for retirement. We're going to cover 8 tips, including how to get out of debt, how much you'll need to retire, preparing for the uncertain. And frankly, I don't know about you, but I cannot predict the future. And there's a lot of stuff out there that is not. Insurance options for extra income, and my favorite, increasing your saving and investing. It's easier than you think. Then part-time work, maybe life after retirement. And finally, speaking with a financial advisor options, including low-cost options. If you have debt today, that is going to hurt your chances for retirement. And I strongly encourage you to make the decision now to get out of debt. Pay off your highest credit card debt now. And I'm not talking necessarily about your mortgage. That's fine. And maybe even some low interest rate student loan debt is not too bad. But that credit card debt where they're charging you 20% or more, you've got to get rid of that. Now, you might even want to consider rolling over all of your debt into a lower fee loan. But that doesn't mean you can borrow more, and that still means you've got to pay it off aggressively. As I've written here, your choice right now is you can drive a fancy car, you can buy a bunch of stuff, impress your neighbors, or you can have a successful retirement. Most of us don't have enough money to do it all. So today's the day where you're going to make a choice. I'm going to cut back on my lifestyle so that I can have a financially successful retirement. Step 2, how much do you need to retire? Now, I happen to have a favorite retirement planning calculator. It's put out by Empower. It is free. And if you do sign up for it, either in the article on this link or on this link or in the link below, our company may get a small commission to help us fund this channel. And this calculator takes into account your income, your savings, your expected expenses, the growth of your investment portfolio. All you have to do is sign up, link up a few bank accounts, which is as safe as doing your online banking. And you will get a good estimate of where you are today and what changes you need to make in order to reach retirement successfully. Now, look, if you're the pen and paper type, well, you can do some projections here. And I outline what you can do in this article, which will be linked below as well. Prepare for the unexpected. I'm anxious. I'm putting that out there now. I have been since I have been a kid. I'm always worrying about what is to come. And so you need to have some sort of plan to take care of those what ifs. I typically like to suggest that those getting near retirement build up quite a nice cash cushion in case the stock market goes down or in case you have an expensive repair. This week we found out we need to repair our HVAC system. So don't get me started on expensive repairs. You also might want to consider long-term care insurance. It is expensive, but it will give you a certain amount of comfort knowing that you can cap off some of those later expenses. This is a kind of a cost benefit thing. And, I suggest you do some thinking about this one before you sign on the dotted line and understand what it does and doesn't cover. Now, many retirement researchers today are suggesting certain annuity products to help smooth out your income in retirement. Now, in the past, those products were way overpriced with a lot of high fees and costs. And frankly, you have to be pretty careful when you're searching for a long-term annuity. And for those of you that don't quite know what an annuity is, they come in a whole lot of varieties. But in general, you put down a chunk of money today, and then you will receive payments throughout your lifetime. And you can get those payments to start sooner, or you can get them to start later, say when you're 75 or 80. And so that gives you a certain income certainty. I like the Vanguard annuities because they are low cost. When you're researching annuities, take your time, read the fine print, understand the expenses. Now, on to my absolute favorite retirement planning tip. Increase your saving and investing. And you may be thinking, how can I do that? I barely have enough money to get by. And this gets tough. I understand. I know that it is really expensive to live today, especially if you live in one of those areas on the coast like I do. But this is where you have to make those trade-offs we talked about at the beginning of the video. Where can you cut back? And this will free up money to have more cash that you can save and invest and use to grow the funds you will have in retirement. So, with the kids out of the house, you have to take care of your own future. You cannot support them when they're adults. That's not going to help you. Now, the best way to bulk up your assets for retirement is to invest in a portfolio of low fee index funds. If you don't want to manage them yourself, you might want to turn your assets over to a low fee robo-advisor. I'll put links below. I happen to Schwab Intelligent Portfolios, and they don't charge a fee for investment management, but they do require you to have about 10% cash in your investment account. But the cash is invested in a high yield account. Or you can do it on your own. I've managed our family's investment portfolio for many years. I have a lot of resources below. I'll give you where you can set up your own investment portfolio on your own, easy to manage, and very low cost. Now, I'm going to mention Empower again because if you have at least $100,000 in investable assets, they will give you access to a free financial advisor conversation, and you can get a free personalized financial plan under no obligation. Another way to increase your saving and investing is to boost up your 401k and or IRA contributions as much as possible. These retirement vehicles are designed so that you have cash in retirement unless it is any type of retirement account, from a Roth to a 401k to a traditional IRA. Your assets will grow tax-free until you start to withdraw them in retirement. So take a deep breath here, because some of you are going to be a little resistant to this or feel like this is not doable. But if you can contribute the maximum to your 401k retirement account of $23,000 a year for the next 15 years, and you will earn a reasonable 8.5% average return, and that would be in a portfolio of stocks and bonds, maybe a target date fund, you will have roughly $700,000 at age 65 if you start at age 50. It's 15 years, 8.5 average annual return. Now, $700,000 goes very far to supplement your Social Security payments, especially if you live in a lower cost of living area, which many retirees choose to do to cut back on their expenses. Now, I love this tip because I'm in the retirement cohort age and I work, and there are so many benefits to working in retirement above and beyond the cash. They keep you engaged socially. They keep your mind active. They keep your body active. All of those things to increase your longevity. So start plotting now and think about the type of work you can do in retirement. Maybe going part-time with your existing company, or you might be able to do some consulting. Or I say this tongue in cheek, many retirees work part-time at Home Depot. I happen to love DIY and home upgrades. I do many of them myself, and I have made friends with a lot of retirees at Home Depot. Can't tell you how many Uber drivers I have met who are retirees. And this is going to help you, this next tip, number 7, because it is not easy to make lifestyle changes. If you've been someone who's used to driving a fancy car, living in an expensive apartment or a big luxurious home, and spending most of what you earn, making changes to that type of lifestyle is not easy. But here's something you can do, and excuse me if this gets a little woo-woo. What can I say? A lot of people stand behind the idea of envisioning what you want to happen in your life. So think about what you want the last portion of your life to look like. What do you want to do? Where is it going to cost? Where is it? How much is it? Sorry about that. How much is it going to cost? Where do you want to live? Think about those things and envision them. And then ask yourself, what can I give up? What can I change today to make my retirement match my vision? And finally, I have given you some options to speak with a financial advisor. Now, you do not have to turn all your assets over to a financial advisor. I don't necessarily recommend that because, in general, financial advisors cost about 1% to manage. And that means that's a deduction of 1% off your annual returns. And I think many of us can manage our own investments. But if you want to set up a 1 or 2 or 3 time meeting with a financial advisor, that might help you. We have partnered with several companies. And again, if you do sign up on one of the links below, our company may get a commission. WiserAdvisor is a reputed referral source. And if you sign up, they will provide you with access to 3 vetted financial advisors in your area. Retirable. Now, this is one company that is designed for you. They have set up a whole financial planning service that is designed for your cohort, people that are within 10 years of retirement or older. And their pricing is literally unlike any I have ever seen before. And I've been around the block. So there is no minimum investment to sign up. The management fees are low. They're 0.75% of the assets that they manage. And once your account reaches $500,000, no additional management fees. You can visit them for a free consultation. Click this link in the article, or sign up on a link below. And of course, we've already talked about Empower. I am not going to bore you with that anymore. If you are not set up for retirement yet, use this video to help motivate you to get started, taking the steps you need to take to put you on the path to a successful future. I am Barbara Friedberg, and I will see you next time. Oh, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and sign up to subscribe. And that will motivate me to put out more content for you.